Acts into waveform information transmitted via the sun and broadcasts a reality.
I feel that Stonehenge represented a goddess cult associated with the moon, because Stonehenge Phase 1, like I've described, was an eclipse predictor, and it was associated with the full moon. So we need to visualize Stonehenge Phase 1 as being a goddess monument and having moonlit ceremonies. We always see monuments in the daytime, but if you're aligning something to the moon, you want to see it at night. So I see a goddess culture going into moonlit ceremonies at Stonehenge, and with the full moon, chalk white walls become brilliant white. So it would have stood out of the landscape visually so. Even the very narrow original entrance to Phase 1 of Stonehenge was aligned to the moon. Later on, they widened the avenue at Stonehenge so that the heel-stone was roughly aligned to the midsummer sunrise. Any archaeoastronomer will tell you, such as Clive Ruggles, would say that the heel-stone is only roughly aligned to the rising sun. It's a degree out. Whereas if you look at the lunar alignment associated with Stonehenge, it is perfectly aligned. So round about the changeover of the lunar cult to a solar cult, that's when you had more round monuments being built, and the solar cult and the male-dominated society came into being.
This is just one of many examples of this so-called cult of Saturn in modern times. The Saturn theory suggests that Stonehenge may have been built in part as a religious homage to where these people believed they originated from.
The Saturn as a whole is a very mysterious place. In fact, we've known its association with the hexagon for a long time because the sixth planet from the sun. What's fascinating about that is our orbital satellites have shown that there's a hexagon on the roof of Saturn, actually, that sits above the North Pole. To see this hexagonal shape that's forming naturally on Saturn begs the question, why? What's creating that hexagon to appear there? It's not clear whether it's caused because of the rings or some kind of structures on the planet itself, but the notion of Saturn being associated with the hexagon and then actually finding this hexagonal structure on the roof of the North Pole of Saturn is mind-boggling.
Is it possible that Stonehenge, with its placement of stones to represent Saturn, the moon, and the sun, is actually telling modern-day humans to remember who we are and where we come from?